That may not be electronic voter. There are different types of electronic voters. A machine will do the accreditation. The same machine might print out ballot paper for you. Otherwise, in some other cases, you just vote electronically. So you don't have to have paper. You press your choice. The choice of candidates and parties is displayed on the screen, and you press the choice you make. Maybe there'll be a receipt or something, but your vote is automatically counted and transmitted to a central data. So there are different types. Depending on what the Act says, we'll look at what is best suitable for the country and what the Act permits.
Will INEC be looking at a combination of both manual, when I mean manual, I mean still being able to cast your ballot paper and also being able to vote electronically? Is that the combination you'll be looking to see?
Well, it will depend on what the Act actually says, what the National Assembly members now decide is best for the country.
But which are you recommending? Which of them are you pushing?
We're not pushing either. We're pushing the form that will allow us a discretion depending on the circumstances. What is important is that even if it's full electronic voting, there ought to be certain safeguards and audit trail, such that if there's a dispute, if there's a dispute as to whether it has been hacked or whether that is an actual reflection of the election, then there should be an audit trail where you can get a printout or something that shows exactly how the thing was arrived at. Well, as to the second issue, you talked about diaspora voting.
Yes, which we will talk about when we return from this break. Please hold your thoughts.
Thank you.
Us in the studio, just before we went on that break, you were talking about diaspora voting.
Yes. First of all, let me correct an impression that your last guest from Lagos actually said. He said there's no law prohibiting diaspora voting and it's because of INEC challenges with logistics. That is not, strictly speaking, that's not correct at all. Because in the Constitution says, who are those who can vote? There are people who are registered, who are resident in Nigeria, and are registered at the time set out for voter registration by the Independent National Electoral Commission. So you have to be resident in Nigeria and you have to turn up for registration. So first of all, you have to be registered in Nigeria at that time. Secondly, the Electoral Act says that for you to vote, you must turn up in person at the polling unit where you registered.
So you think there's a legal implication? There's a legal impediment there for people who are in diaspora?
You must be physically present. You cannot vote by proxy. For now, as the law stands, you cannot vote from the comfort of your home or from abroad. You have to be registered, so you have to be here during registration. You also have to come back during the election itself. So those, and it's incorrect. Correct them, please. There is no case. There's no judgment saying that INEC should commence diaspora voting. Absolutely not. The only case that went to court, the court said that, look, it is not right for diaspora because the law, right, it is right, but the law does not permit it. So INEC should be at the forefront of getting the law amended. That was the advice that the judge gave a Federal High Court Abuja, and then said that but could not grant the reliefs the applicants, people resident in the diaspora, sought.
So are you in the forefront then of seeking that people in diaspora should be able to vote?
Well, we believe that, yes, in view of their contributions and their Nigerian citizens of age, there should be a window for them to vote. There are other challenges, though, which must be worked out. For example, if there's sufficient trust in the system, such that the votes from the diaspora might overturn any particular election, and there are certain thresholds you must meet for the executive positions of governor and of president. Where do those votes count? So, you have to score not just the majority of lawful votes cast, but you must also get the required spread. So you must have at least 25% in 2/3 of the states for the president and for the local governments for the office of governor. So if that's to which states, which local government will those be tied in, that those kind of issues and logistics that have to be worked out and have to be clearly spelled out, either in the law itself or in, if the law allows it, then in the guidelines. But those things have to work.
Well, those in diaspora are threatening to sue. I'm sure you've seen that threats, that if they're not included, they're going to have to go to court to resolve that. It's not the first time it's gone to court, is it?
It's not like I just told you about for the first time I'm aware of that they took the commission to court, it failed. Because the law as it stands, and it still stands the same way, unless and until you amend the constitution. Even Nigerians, every Nigerian, whether you're in domestic or you're international, you're in diaspora, you have to obey the law as it stands. If you're not satisfied with the law, you change the law.
Are you going to then help, are you going to then help push I don't know if you're going to help push, that people in diaspora should be able to eventually cast their vote.
Well, the Commission submitted several memos to Namani Committee, to the House of Reps, and to the Senate. We're not opposed to it, and we met with, the Commission met with the House Senate Committee on Diaspora, and we've given them assurance that, yes, we're working towards it. We're doing some studies. A committee has actually been set up by the Commission to look into this and to see the bandy out ideas, check out things, those that can work, those cannot work, and the committee is working on that, even within the Commission internally, even without compulsion, as it were.
So how soon do you think, first of all, this committee will come out with its report, and how soon do you think that people in diaspora, speaking tentatively now, will be able to cast their vote?
Once the law allows it. As soon as the law allows it.
So all they have to do with is the law?
The Constitution, yes. The Constitution and the law, yes. You have to amend those things.
Well, it's a fine place to leave it. Mr. Oluwole Osaze Uzzi is the Director of Voter Education and Publicity at INEC. Thank you for coming on Sunrise Daily.
Thank you for having me today.
Well, that will be it from us here in Abuja. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Maokbe Ogun. Hand you over now to Chamberlain and Gimba.
Well, that's the show as well here today. We thank you all for watching too. We'll see you tomorrow. I'm Chamberlain.
Thanks for watching. I am Gimba Umar.